So will Christmas 2020 take place? Again, another farce from another farcical government or governments who don't really know what the left hand or the right hand is doing at any point. So now they are proposing that for every day they allow you to be with your family and be happy for, say, 5 days, they want another. So for every day they want 5 days back in lockdown. It's hard to know what to say with all this stuff. It's so outrageous. Because let's be honest, the numbers still don't stack up. The majority of the population are at risk of nothing from nothing. And the average death is between, is at 82 plus years. So, what the hell is going on? This government is so happy to destroy businesses, destroy lives, destroy families, see people divorced, see increase in suicide, see stress, and you still get these morons on the news, on TV, basically saying, if you, the public, are good, we will allow you to have Christmas. The time is coming when we need to reclaim our lives. We need to reclaim our businesses. We need to reclaim our streets. We need to reclaim our daily activity. We need to take back everything. Because if these governments have their way, which they've had so far, they will continue to lock us up, lock us out, lock us up, lock us out, and this will continue and continue and continue, because this is a very thin edge of the wedge. This is the moment before it can go extreme. And the other problem, of course, is some of these laws are very, very hard to untie. For example, in Scotland from today, they knew they were going into lockdown, but from midnight tonight, you cannot enter Scotland and nobody is allowed to leave Scotland. And in fact, nobody is allowed to drive out of their area in Scotland. The last time we saw things happen like this were in the days of the Nazis. Can you see what's happening here? Lockdown does not prevent infections. Infections doesn't mean anything to most people, according to the science. So how much more of this are we willing to tolerate? Are we willing to be branded as killers? Yes, some scientists are saying that have Christmas, give your grandmother or your mother a present, but if she dies, you killed her. If he dies, you killed her. In other words, they're branding us as killers. Is the next step, and think about this, if they are branding us as killers, will we then be picked up and put into prison? You find that's pretty hard to believe. Well, look at the last 9 months. I think they are pretty hard to believe. The money that has been made during this period is shocking beyond words. The selling and the manufacturing and the mishaps, from PPE to selling vaccine to making money to backhanders to friends of friends within the government getting paid their cash. But who pays the price? You. Here's one thing we do know. Regardless of what happens on planet Earth with the stupidity of human beings, life always has a way of finding its way back to normal. But in the meantime, how many more months or years do we have to tolerate? Do you have to tolerate your business being closed? Do you have to tolerate being stuck at home? Do you have to tolerate being threatened with prison from trying to take your 97-year-old mother out of a care home? for you to be handcuffed and thrown into the back of a police car for trying to keep others healthy at your gym, despite the rate of infection in gyms being less than 1%. How much longer do we have to tolerate that? I don't know. All I know is this really is not even about Christmas. This is about be good and you can have a treat. Stick to the rules, you can have a treat. But I don't know how much longer we can tolerate this. Or maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe we have become so pacified that is now okay. It has become quite normal to be locked away. It's become quite normal to stick to the rules. It's become quite normal to be told under uncertain terms, you must stand in a line and stand on that spot and do not go anywhere without a face mask. We now see it as quite normal. But is it normal and are we having a happy life? You look in Australia yesterday, they just had a crazy 3-month lockdown. Nearly 100,000 people watching the rugby in the stadium, no masks on, no social distancing, everything had been dropped. Yeah, you can bet within 4 weeks' time they'll be back to square one. So we have to take everything back. We have to start getting organised and saying everyone should open up, everybody should be doing what they need to do. Because the reality is, you are not going to be affected by most things. There's probably more chance of you catching bubonic plague today, or a meteorite landing on your head and then dying from COVID-19. So guys, what is happening at Christmas? Well, it looks like again we've become so passive and so obedient we are willing to be dictated to by dictators through dictations that are telling us that we must do as we are told. While those obnoxious, creepy, grinning politicians stand on TV and tell us that we are trying to save you. The supermarket is trying to save you. The coffee shop is trying to save you. The shutdown of everything is there to save you. When in actual fact, they are making the ground crumble beneath your feet. It's time we took a stand and take back our lives. So that, we can enjoy Christmas, but not just that. So that we can all start being human again with our own responsibilities on our health and even on our life and on our death. It's entirely up to us. But we have to take some action now before lockdown 4, lockdown 5, lockdown 6, and people being rounded up and thrown into jail accused of murder for leaving the house with this infection. Guys, these are shocking times. What are you doing? What am I doing about it?